Alright, we're back for round one with the Colorless Eldrazi deck, and luckily, we won the die roll. Let's take a look. Oh, it's so close! Oh man, this deck's so close to being, or this hand's so close to being great. We could play like a turn 1 Matter Reshaper, turn 2 Endless 1. If we draw, um, well, we could just play turn 1 Endless 1 for 2. And then if we draw a land, we get a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, I'm going to try to draw a land. This is a YOLO moment. If we don't draw a land, our deck doesn't do anything. If we draw a 2-mana land, we get to play Reality Smasher on turn 2, so that's tight. Alright, well, our opponent is mulliganing to 6. Yeah, we're not going to burn the Spirit Guide on the Matter Reshaper. Unless, if we don't draw anything next turn, we may play the Matter Reshaper. But I think Isamaru on 1 is not so bad with this draw. Ooh, mirror match of some sort. Alright, again, I think we're just going to wait. I don't really want to burn the Spirit Guide when it's kind of like a land at this point. Oh no, we're going to get Thought-Knot Seared. Oh no! Alright, he's probably going to take our Thought-Knot Seer. He may take our Spirit Guide. That would be gross. But, you know, we do get to play the Matter Reshaper and basically hold the ground. I don't know. I think I still would have kept this hand if I had known that we were playing the mirror. I really hope this, you know, league isn't just a bunch of mirror matches. That would be kind of disappointing. The Pro Tour itself was not super heavy with the Eldrazi deck. It was just heavily featured in you know, both days of coverage just because a lot of the better players were playing it. So, well, that's not good. All right. Well, might be a mistake, but I feel like if he plays a Reality Smasher, we have to be able to trade here with it. Otherwise, we're just too far behind. And as you can see, him drawing the pair of Eye plus Eldrazi Temple is really doing a number on us. One cool thing about drawing these two together is that on turn 2 you can play 2 Matter Reshapers, which is kind of sweet, since the stats are 2 colorless and they each cost 2 less. I saw Andre Stratsky go. Oh no, not double Thought-Knots here. That's just gross. Alright, well, we're just getting hammered here by these Thought-Knot Seers, and if we draw a Dismember or something, that would be cool. But, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. He took both of our Thought-Knot Seers. We didn't draw the land when we needed to. If we hadn't been the first to play the Thought-Knot Seer, that would have been nice. Yeah, that's a good start from him. This is turn 3. I just want you guys to realize that this is turn 2, and then this is turn 3. Alright, well, if he has any sort of follow-up, I'm probably just going to concede, because this Ghost Quarter actually makes it so we're even that much farther away from casting Smasher, and you can't rightly attack unless he plays a Smasher. If he plays a Smasher, we're basically dead. Yeah, here it comes. Alright, I'm going to double block one of these guys. We're going to take 12. So we get to draw a card and maybe put a land into play. Battlefield. Yeah, Spirit Guide, so. He kept the Ghost Quarter, though. Yeah. Alrighty. So we could just play a Spellskite, take a million, or concede. I'll concede. Seems way better. Alright, so Spellskite, Ratchet Bomb, Chalice of the Void. These are all cards we want to get out of the deck. Oblivion Sower, I think, is very good. I think it is one of the better things you can be doing in the mirror. And then we want the 4 relics. And then we have a 1 of to cut. So we can either leave in Spellskite or bring in Warping Will, which can kill opposing Eldrazi mimics. I think a Gut Shot here is actually better than a Spellskite or a Ratchet Bomb. I think Warping Will is worse than Gut Shot just because Gut Shot can be free. So we'll do this, see what happens. Alright, we're going to be on the play. This hand is not keepable, especially in the mirror. I would definitely keep it if this were an Eye of Ugin, so we could go double Mimic into maybe attack for 6 on turn 2, or if we drew a land, we could attack for 8, play 4/4. But as it stands, that hand is a mull. Okay, this hand is not terrible. We have a couple of 2-mana lands. We don't have a lot of spells, but we do have 2 lands that can start attacking, and we get a Scry. And bottom that Urborg, since we already have plenty of mana. And I can just go and play turn 1 Matter Reshaper. It does get bricked off by stuff pretty easily. And if we do draw a Reality Smasher, I think I'd rather cast that on turn 2. Just get into play and start attacking. Matter Reshaper is okay in the mirror. It's not phenomenal. We have a lot of cards that are just they kind of brick each other off, like this guy. You know, like, alright, so now we didn't draw anything, so we'll just play our own Matter Reshaper, and I don't know, hope we don't get Thought-Knot Seared. I guess Thought-Knot Seared on 2 is pretty good, but we don't have like a ton going on, so it's not that big of a deal. You just take Spirit Guide. We can threaten to block. Yeah, I guess he's not attacking. Alright, we'll play Mimic and hold up the ability to activate Mutavault. Yeah, these mirror matches do go like a bit longer after sideboard if both players draw decently. Like here we didn't get Reality Smashed, so now we actually get to play a real game. And I think I kind of want to double block his Thought-Knots here. I don't really want to activate Mutavault. I guess I could. There's no reason not to activate it. You know, I can still choose not to block with it, I guess. And if he wants to dismember, you know, he would dismember something else. I think I'm just gonna double block here and not block with the Mutavault. Kind of like a little bait activation. But we can't double block like Mutavault Mimic onto the Thought-Knots here, because then he could just Ghost Quarter it. But now I guess he's just gonna dismember one of these, and that's still fine. We do get to get a free card off of the Matter Reshaper. Put it on the battlefield. We need to draw something big. An Oblivion Sower would be pretty great. Even though there's no lands in exile from his side, a 5/8 body bricks off basically everything in the deck. Okay. 4/4 with only downside is not a huge deal. Ooh, we did it! We did it. Ooh, and we got... okay. So we'll just take the Ghost Quarter and leave the Eye in exile for later. Since we don't want to put it into his graveyard, we'd rather keep it in exile for a future Oblivion Sower. Alright, and we can actually choose here to Ghost Quarter him as well if we want to. I kind of want to Ghost Quarter his Eldrazi Temple, since he may have a backup Eye of Ugin, and they are almost the same land at this point. So we could hold up a block with a Mutavault, but I think I'd rather just go ahead and kill that land to maybe keep him off of a peeled Reality Smasher. Because here he could, you know, activate and hit us for 7, but It doesn't really do a ton. We also could have ghost quartered his ghost quarter. Alrighty, well. That's weird. Alright, so we can just activate Blink Moth Nexus and attack. Don't actually mind attacking with Reality Smasher either. Since, if you want to, like, double block with this and a Matter Reshaper, we can just kill the Thought-Knots here and get a card out of it. Cleans up the board a little bit in case he draws a Dismember to shrink the Oblivion Sower in combat. And he doesn't get to trigger his Matter Reshaper. And we drew another Ivugan. That is not great. Mimic. Mimic could be a little problematic. Alrighty, well. Can't activate Eye yet. We're like reasonably close. We can't really activate Sower or the Mutavault. We can maybe threaten to block with them. But we really need to draw like a land or two that's not these eyes. So what we can do though is in a turn or two we can float a mana off of this Ivugan and then play an eye and activate it. We're one short right now. I guess he's playing a big endless one. Okay, that is an 8/8. It's not great. I think I may... No, I'm just going to take this 8, I think. I could block with a Mutavault, but I think I'm fine not doing such. I may block with a couple Mutavaults and the Oblivion Sower, and then let damage resolve. And if he goes to Ghost Quarter or Mutavault, I can pump it with Nexus. And if he just kills the Sower, alright, so yeah, we'll triple block. They'll probably Ghost Quarter one of the Mutavaults. We'll let that happen, and then we'll Blink Moth to pump the other Mutavault to actually kill it. Or he just lets damage resolve because he's smart. Alright, need another Oblivion Sower right off the top. Could also Ghost Quarter his Ivugan, but let's see. Right now, he's able to attack us next turn for 10. So we actually can't tap out to do the Ivugan thing. So it might actually be worthwhile to Ghost Quarter his Blinkmoth Nexus, but we could just do that next turn if we need to. What's he trying to Ghost Quarter? Nothing. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Alright, so we can still activate a couple of our creature lands. I'm going to go ahead and just pop this relic to try to draw into another Oblivion Sower or something. Okay, reasonable draw, big dude. Endless one, Oblivion Sower, Reality Smasher, those would be decent draws. I'm more than willing to make this trade. It's an interesting game. It's going to be a lot of back and forth for sure. Unless, of course, he just draws another giant endless one and I end up having to chump block it like 3 times. Or we just draw another one. Okay. I don't think we want to attack with either. Send me a message, huh? It's not even that good. It's only okay. We attack with both. We're dead to a peeled big Eldrazi no matter what it is because of the Mimic. Unless he double blocks. We can actually, yeah, we can attack with, I think we attack with both actually, and then play Eye post combat to be able to activate Mutavault. And if he goes quarters, we can just tap it and activate the other Mutavault. So if he wants to double block, he can. If he wants to block some with some of the Nexus, that's also fine. Alright, so he's going to leave the Mimic, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to just kill both. I'm okay with that. Oh, he tried to pump it, and I think he just activated it again. So he can still activate this one to pump it, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, so he's going to take 6 down to 8. Kind of wish I had... Oh, no, he drew an endless one. Okay, so we're going to have to chump block here. So we'll keep the untapped one. And he did lose a land there, so he's not going to be able to make, let's see, make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the biggest right now. Yep, that's a big endless one. He might make it a 6/6 and then hold up Ghost Quarter to Ghost Quarter my Mutavault. Last turn, I guess we could have held up a Ghost Quarter for his Blinkmoth Nexus, and then he would have had to maybe block with the Mimic. So, but then that would have incentivized him to not double block, and then we actually would have died to the peeled endless one because of the way that he can Ghost Quarter my Mutavault. If all I have untapped is Ghost Quarter and Mutavault, you know. Let's see what he does. I'm probably gonna chump block, although I may not, depending. Like if he makes it a 7, might just take it again. And he does have 3 cards in hand. We are on empty effectively. We did just draw 2 smashers though, so I'm not like complaining. Alright, well, this is going to threaten lethal, I think. He's tapping the Ghost Quarter. He's just going to make the biggest one possible. So yeah, this is going to be a 9 because he's floating 7 mana, and then the Ivugan makes it 9. Not looking great for us. Kind of want to draw that gut shot. Or I kind of want to draw it a while back, but... Alrighty. This is kind of weird. We can actually animate Mutavault and Nexus and attack, and then if he doesn't block, that's bad. Good attack for 1 with a Nexus. Hold back 2 guys. block plus dismembers endless 1 to kill it. Alright. We're probably going to activate Mutavault to effective or try to chump block, and hopefully he will go. Well, okay, maybe we're just dead. Alright, so that's his last card. We are, let's see, so we can tap this 3, so 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we can just dismember this to save some life. Like he's gonna Ghost Quarter me. We're gonna dismember this in response, and then we are gonna take a whack for 6 down to 3, and we need to draw something real good off the top. I don't know of anything we could really draw, honestly. We are up the paddle, up the creek, up the paddle without a creek. All right. I mean, technically we could survive for another turn, but I'm off it. Alright, we'll be back for the next round in just a minute. We'll be right back.